Hello and welcome to a new series exploring the story of the British Navy. There's no precise date we can point to and say that's where the British Navy begins. In the Middle Ages, England had what was known as the Navy Royal, maintained and financed by the King. They were the King's ships. After the Civil War, responsibility passed to the state. When the monarchy was restored in 1660, it became the Royal Navy, a permanent, professional, nationally maintained service. Charles II gave the Navy its royal adjective, but was the first English king who didn't personally own the ships. The British bit, of course, technically only applies from 1707 and the Treaty of Union with Scotland, but effectively the English and smaller Scottish Navy worked together from the Union of the Crowns in 1603. The beginning of our naval history has been widely attributed to the 870s and the reign of King Alfred of Wessex. But the Anglo-Saxon Chronicle tells us of a naval battle 2 decades earlier, in 851, recording Athelstan, who was King of Kent, and Alderman Elchier fought Danish Vikings in their ships off the Kent coast near Sandwich and slew a large army, taking 9 ships and dispersing the rest. The threat was existential. That same year, the Chronicle tells us, came 350 ships into the mouth of the Thames, the crews of which went upon land and stormed Canterbury and London. In 865, a coalition of Scandinavian warriors, dubbed the Great Heathen Army in the Anglo-Saxon Chronicle, invaded with the aim of conquering the Anglo-Saxon kingdoms and settling. The vehicle of conquest was the Longship, which ferried men and supplies deep into the heart of the country. Slender, flexible and fast, Longships were powered by oars and a single sail. This is the Gokstad ship, excavated in 1880 from a burial mound near Oslo and now in the Viking Ship Museum at Big Day. Built around 890, it's mainly of oak, clinker construction with the planks of the hull overlapping and riveted together, and with positions for 32 oarsmen. The well-preserved Oseberg ship, also excavated from a burial mound and on display in the same museum, dates from earlier in the 9th century. Close cultural contact ensured Saxon ships were a similar design. King Alfred enjoyed a naval success against a Viking fleet in a battle fought in Swanage Bay in 877, a victory celebrated with a memorial erected by John Mowlem in 1862, a Tuscan column topped with cannonballs from the Crimean War, and in paintings commissioned in the 1920s for St Stephen's Hall in the Palace of Westminster. To finance his navy, Alfred established administrative areas known as ship sokes, each responsible for supplying and maintaining a ship and its crew. The Anglo-Saxon Chronicle tells us in 896, King Alfred gave orders for the building of longships, full nigh twice as long as the others. Some had 60 oars, some more, and they were both swifter and steadier and also higher than the others. Alfred is credited with the design of these ships, which the Chronicle says were not shaped either after the Frisian or the Danish model, but so as he himself thought that they might be most serviceable. If the claim that Alfred was the founder of the Navy is perhaps fanciful, his vision in creating a standing fleet and building vessels capable of taking the fight to the enemy certainly gives him a major role. The navy inherited by Edward the Confessor in 1042 was stood down. Instead, selected ports on the southeast coast were granted privileges in return for agreeing to supply the Crown with ships and crews for a number of days each year. In Alfred's ship sokes and Edward's deal with designated ports, we see the seeds of what will become formalised as a confederation of cinque ports. And they will be my topic next time. If you've enjoyed this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons and click on the notification bell to be informed when the next video is available. or you can subscribe by clicking on the rose window over my shoulder.